Welcome back to Beyond Origins. Australia is a continent defined by a massive geographic contradiction. Australia is nearly the size of Europe, a landmass so vast it spans 3 separate time zones. Despite this massive footprint, 85% of the population is crowded into a thin 30-mile strip along the coast. This leaves the middle of the continent a massive, silent void, effectively abandoned by humanity. Turning away from those coastal cities, we enter the red center. This environment is defined by absolute isolation, where single dirt roads stretch for hundreds of miles into a featureless horizon. What forces are actually at work inside this massive space that keep it so uniquely extreme? The outback is a zone that actively resists human presence through a combination of extreme heat, permanent drought, and sheer distance. Establishing a human presence in this interior required unprecedented engineering. This led to the creation of the dingo fence, a wire mesh barrier cutting through the red dirt to exclude predators from grazing lands. The scale is massive, 3,100 miles long. Walking its entire length would take a human 6 months of non-stop effort. It represents a brutal attempt to partition and terraform a landscape that refuses to be tamed. This fence essentially cut the continent in two, creating an artificially closed ecosystem on a massive scale. This isolation turned the kangaroo populations trapped inside into the subjects of an accidental evolutionary experiment. By blocking gene flow and removing natural predators, the fence triggered a rapid genetic shift. On the protected side, the lack of dingoes led to intense food competition, which has already resulted in measurable changes to the kangaroo's physical size and their genetic DNA makeup. It reveals how a simple human boundary can warp the evolutionary path of a native species in just a few generations. Beneath these biological changes lies a deeper geological reality, hidden in the bedrock. Australia is a geological outlier because its center has absolutely zero active fault lines. Despite this, the Australian plate is experiencing an abnormal amount of stress. Forces from the surrounding plates are twisting the center of the continent, storing immense amounts of energy. The plate behaves like a giant underground battery. It slowly accumulates kinetic energy from plate collisions until the bedrock can no longer hold the tension and snaps. The primary danger of the outback is this invisible, unpredictable geological pressure building directly beneath your feet. The Australian interior is defined by 2 layers: human-induced biological mutation on the surface and intense tectonic stress below. The continent is a volatile, coiled spring, waiting for its eventual release. Thanks for watching. If you want more deep dives into the planet's strangest anomalies, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when our next video drops.